Good afternoon from Disney's Animal Kingdom. We are here today because it is still February and it is still Black History Month, so they still have the Celebrate Soulfully menus available at all of the theme parks. We haven't been to Animal Kingdom to try out some of their food items, so we're here today to try them out. Also, recently we did a pizza challenge where we went around to all 4 theme parks and tried a pizza from each one of them. And when we were doing this, we found a pizza window over by the Starbucks here in Animal Kingdom called Terra Treats. Had some really delicious pizza, and they have a new chicken pizza that I want to try too. It's not part of the Celebrate Soulfully menu, but it is a new food item that we're going to try out today. So we're going to try a few things from Celebrate Soulfully and one new pizza. Let's head into Animal Kingdom and have a look around. Walking in, it doesn't feel too busy, but I already looked at some of the wait times and they are pretty high. So I don't know, we're going to try to get on a ride or two today, but you never know. So we've made it into Animal Kingdom, and the very first thing that we come across is a place called the Oasis. And that is this kind of center area here. Various exhibits of various animals. Just to give you an example, got the black-necked swan, and if you look through the bushes here, there he is right there, the black-necked swan. So you can either make a right or a left around the Oasis. We usually make a right. I don't know why. I think that's just because that's the way the traffic heads in America for us. Like, that's what we're used to, just going on the right. Also, you might be able to see Divine back here if you go off to the right. So this is Divine. There she is, hidden in the bushes. It's the first time I've actually seen her like in the foliage back there. One of the animals that is very common to see over here that's usually out and about in their exhibit is the Barbosa. Kind of like a little piggy type animal. Let's see, there it is. Almost like a boar. Pig boar. So as soon as we make it around the circle that is the Oasis, we head out into, once we cross over this bridge here at the end of the Oasis, we are on Discovery Island. You can see the Tree of Life straight there ahead of us. It's called Discovery Island because it is surrounded by a river. And this river, you will find characters going down. They call them flotillas. That is a leftover from the pandemic, and I like it a lot. It's just like you never know when it's gonna happen. They might come down at any point, and you'll see characters on a little pontoon boat coming through. And this is remnants of old Animal Kingdom. There used to be a ride that would take you around this river, but it has since been defunct. It is no longer here, and you can see the dock is all overgrown with plants and such. So as we make it up to the Tree of Life, it is the end of the Princess Half Marathon weekend, so you'll see a lot of people wearing their medals out and about. But I wanted to kind of point out the Tree of Life because I feel like it's underappreciated, and we just kind of come through Animal Kingdom and don't get a good look at it. So the Tree of Life right now contains It's Tough to Be a Bug, and that is a show about a bug's life, characters from Bug's Life. But the interesting thing is, if you look, there are hundreds upon hundreds of different animals relief carved into the trunk of the Tree of Life. You just got to kind of look around and see which ones you can find. Lots and lots of different ones. All the way out here on the roots too, like we zoom out, there's an elephant right out here at the roots and a deer right there. And then as we get a little bit deeper in, we can start to see a tiger. We can see an eagle up here. We can see bugs too. There's a seahorse. Birds, I think there's a crab somewhere in there, some fish, all kinds of different representations from the Animal Kingdom. So there's over 300 animals carved into the trunk and surrounding roots of the Tree of Life. This one's kind of a cool one right here, this alligator or crocodile, one of the two. So from the Tree of Life, we are going to be turning left towards Terra Treats, because I think we'll start the day off with that new pizza. Passing by the Otter Grotto on our right, also the greatest sponsorship for anything that I've ever seen in any Disney park is Otter Grotto, sponsored by OtterBox. Like, can't get more on brand than that. So like I said, yeah, we're gonna continue down this way towards Starbucks. So before we get to our location that we're headed to, but I wanted to point out this mural here. I absolutely love this mural. This is by a Nigerian artist named Victor Ekpuk. He is an internationally renowned Nigerian-American artist based in Washington, D.C. His paintings, drawings, and sculptures reimagine the ancient Nigerian communication system, Nizbiti, to explore a diverse spectrum of historical narratives and contemporary African diaspora and humanity's connection to the sacred. In this mural, inspired by Disney's Animal Kingdom, vibrant colors and playful characters invite guests to step into the wild world of sunshine and boundless joy. I love that. There's a few of my favorite things. This gorilla right here. Where was the crab? I just saw the crab. Oh no, I lost it. Oh, there it is. This crab down here, my favorite. The sea turtle. I like this snake. He's fun. Kangaroo is a good time too. Whoa, that's an angry looking ram. But yeah, it's cool. I like that there's a little, this squirrel right here. Little hidden things all throughout this mural, including some Lion King characters. You guys thought the lion was the king of the jungle? Incorrect. The meerkat is the king. You can tell because he's wearing the crown. Continuing our way past the Starbucks location, headed over here to this little hut on the right-hand side called Terra Treats, across from the vacation club area. And these are the cotton top tamarins over here. We're going right here to Terra Treats. This was one of my favorite pizzas from our pizza challenge, pepperoni and cheese slice. But we're not here for that. We are here for the chef's featured pizza, a buffalo chicken pizza. Let's grab it and give it a try. All right, there it is. This is a buffalo chicken pizza. It was $7.79. Looks really nice. Like, I like how like crispy looking the cheese is. Some pieces of chicken in there. Hopefully it has a little bit of spice. Looks like it has some sort of herb on the top of it. I can't quite place what it is. Yeah, let's give it a bite. See how it tastes. It smells so good. It smells like garlic bread almost. Okay, I love that. There's no sauce on it. Or if there's sauce, it's so light. So far, it just tastes like cheese bread. A little tiny bit of a hint of a spice in there. That's probably the buffalo spice in there. Let me get a piece of chicken. But if you're worried about it being spicy, so far, not spicy at all. Like I said, I'll get to a piece of chicken, see if that's spicy. All right, I got a piece with some chicken. You can see the chicken on the side, but I want to show you the bottom. Look at that glistening. You know that that's cooked in like a cast iron skillet or on a cast iron pan with a lot of grease. That's what makes it taste good. Let's try this bite with the chicken. It's a pretty big bite, but we'll try it. This is such a delicious pizza. Chicken's a little bit dry. Understandable because they probably cook it and then put it on the pizza and cook it again, so it dries it out. Not spicy at all. The buffalo is such a small hint of flavor in there. It is in there, but it's so slight. This is glorious. This is a fantastic piece of pizza. I love how like crispy the cheese is. The chicken has a good flavor to it. No sauce. It's basically like eating garlic bread. Teeny tiny bit of spice. I'm gonna eat the rest of it. I'll let you guys know if I get anything that's like spicier than what I've had so far. So far, nice and mild. All right, I finished off that pizza. It wasn't spicy at all. A nice mild flavor to it. And now we're gonna start into our Celebrate Soulfully stuff. So we're gonna be heading in this direction back towards the Tree of Life because we are headed over to Flame Tree Barbecue. But before we do that, I did want to point out that just before you get to the Africa gates here, a little pathway off to the right that will lead you down close to the Tree of Life. And you can get a close-up view of some of the animals on the Tree of Life. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that you can walk right up to the base of the Tree of Life. Right through here. Yeah, get a real close-up look at some more of the animals on the back. Scorpions and hippopotamus and owls. There's even a centipede up there. It's really nice to be able to get this close and get a good view, a good close-up view at all the animals, and even some of the animals out here. Like, what's this over here? It's a lizard over there? So you can actually get through to the other side of the Tree of Life here, and we could be very close to Flame Tree Barbecue, which we're headed. But I'm gonna head back out to give you guys a better understanding of where Flame Tree is, as if you were walking around the park around the outside of Discovery Island. Starting back at Terra Treats, we're turning back this way now. Starbucks is on our right. We're headed towards Pizzafari and eventually back up towards the Tree of Life. And as I passed by Pizzafari, they informed me that they have a new sauce on their chicken parmesan. So we'll have to be back to try that too. All right, we've made it back to the Tree of Life. And originally we turned left to go get that pizza. Now we're turning right to head over to Flame Tree Barbecue. And I can mobile order, so I think I'm gonna do that right now. The first thing that we run into is Flame Tree Barbecue as soon as we head into this area, which would be right across from Viva Gaia. This right here is why we love Animal Kingdom so much. Live music all over the place. Also, Viva Gaia, fantastic. Here's what we're getting, our first Celebrate Soulfully item, a Creole smoked sausage sandwich. Creole smoked sausage on a roll with Piccadilly relish and stewed black-eyed peas. Ooh. All right, let's go sit down and give it a try. All right, now that we've picked up our food, we're gonna head down here because this is where all of the seating areas are. There's kind of a lot of tables down here. Let's see if I can find a spot near the water. There definitely are some beautiful areas down here to eat at. And it's pretty expansive too. Lots and lots of tables, like I said, near the water. So you can kind of see that building up beyond the trees. That's Flame Tree Barbecue. And we're down here trying to find a table to eat at. Perfect. You can hear the screams from Everest. And there it is. There's our Creole sausage sandwich. and our black-eyed peas. So this was $12.79, and there's actually, I like that they did this on the sign when you order it. They have a little bit of like a history of what's going on. So Creole smoked sausage is best credited as a result of pairing the distinct cooking flavors of French and African descendants living in Louisiana during the 18th century. Accompanying our Creole smoked sausage are black-eyed peas, which are best known to be a symbol of prosperity and hope. Yes. Oh, delicious. I can't wait to give this a try. I don't really know if I'm supposed to put this on my sausage or not, but they gave me Cannonball barbecue sauce. All right, I'm gonna try the sausage by itself without any barbecue sauce on it. Also, there was no spoons out here. Like, there's lots of like silverware locations, but there were no spoons out here, just forks and knives. Let's give this a try. Excellent, excellent flavor, very spicy. But also, it's a little dry right now. Understandable, I feel like I've come to be accustomed to that for Disney food because they make so much of it. Like, they would make that sausage and just like let it sit over the heat. Open up the barbecue sauce. I don't know what makes it Cannonball. Let me try a little bite of it here. A little. So that tastes like just normal barbecue sauce. I feel like they put barbecue sauce on every tray that they hand out. I don't know, I'm gonna dip the sausage in it. See what it tastes like. I don't think it really goes, but it's good barbecue sauce. I would really enjoy that on like a pulled pork sandwich. This is right up my alley. It is spicy, like a little bit spicy. It's not like overly spicy. Piccadilly on top is so good, and like pickled peppers basically. Yeah, sausage has a good bite to it when you bite into it, like a good snap. A little spice on the back of the throat. It's not overly spicy. Smoky, delicious. I don't know, I might dip it into this barbecue sauce again. I feel like I'm like into the barbecue sauce now. I would 100% get this again. It's very delicious. Like a step up from a hot dog. All right, now I'm gonna try this black-eyed peas, or these black-eyed peas. Oh yeah, that looks good. Very hearty looking. Oh man, they're like somehow taste like they were cooked on a barbecue grill. That is so good. I'm assuming that the meat that they use is like barbecue meat. It's like super smoky. Greens in there, you got celery, you got black-eyed peas. I can see some peppers in there too. Not spicy though. Ooh, I would eat this again and again and again. No, because this is kind of like a stew, right? Black-eyed peas are sort of like a stew. They're very, these are in particular, very watery, but I've never really been a fan of stews or soups. But if I can eat a stew or a soup with a fork, oh my God, look at that big chunk of meat right there. Some pork. That's good. That's real good. I'm gonna have to ask them if it was pork or chicken. I'm so glad that I did this today. And so from Flame Tree Barbecue, we're turning to the right, heading into Dino Land, USA. As we head into Dino Land, USA, it should also be noted that we are leaving Discovery Island. And it's easy to know when you're leaving Discovery Island because you cross over a bridge, over a little piece of water, this riverway that goes all the way around Discovery Island. There you go. And like I said, we're headed into Dino Land because we're headed to Dino Bites for our next Celebrate Soulfully item. So we are headed to Dino Bites, not to be confused with Trilo Bites. They do have some delicious buffalo chicken chips here, but that's not what we're getting. We're headed into Dino Land to head to Dino Bites. So as soon as we get into Dino Land, we make a right and we dead end right into Dino Bite Snacks. We're gonna be having the Peach Cobbler Mini Cake. And there it is, this is the Peach Cobbler Mini Cake. Vanilla cake, cinnamon caramel, peach filling, and oat streusel topping served warm with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Ooh, we're gonna have to cut into it and have a look at the inside of it too. So the interesting thing about this one is it was $8.79 and it says that it was inspired from a recipe featured in What Miss Fisher Knows About Old Southern Cooking, the first cookbook by an African-American author. Abby Fisher started a business in Alabama where she made and sold pickles and preserves. She eventually dictated her own recipes that would later become What Miss Fisher Knows About Southern Cooking, published in 1881. I'm ridiculously excited to try this one because it looks so good. So I got a little bit of cake, I got a little bit of ice cream. Let's give it a try. Oh my God, it's warm. I forgot that they said it was cooked warm. Has like a little bit of a crispiness to it, a little bit of a crunchiness to it, but like a sugary crunch. So it's not like overly crunchy. Oh my God, this is so delicious. Peachy, cinnamony, a little bit of oat streusel on the top. The ice cream is so delicious as well. This is ridiculous how good this tastes. And like the filling is just so like, oh, it fell off. Just like gooey and sticky. When we were over at Flame Tree Barbecue, they gave me some like wet wipes, some like moist towelettes. I'm glad they did because I'm gonna make a mess over here. And the outside has like a caramelized peach layer on it. The juices from the peach have come out and caramelized down the side of the cake itself. And the center is so gooey and like creamy from the ice cream being melted into it. One of the reasons that I like these events like this where they do, they showcase food is like, I probably would never order a peach cobbler, but I'm very glad that I did today because it is very delicious. Now that we're done with that, right next to Dino Bites snacks, we're making the long trek right next door to Restaurantosaurus. And we're gonna go inside and get a Joe Gardner cupcake. There it is, Restaurantosaurus, home of the Impossible Burger. This is what we got from Restaurantosaurus. This is the Celebrate Soulfully cupcake, vanilla cake with bananas Foster jam filling, vanilla buttercream, Joe Gardner half-note white chocolate decor, and multicolored crispy pearls. And the story behind this is that in Disney and Pixar's Soul, Joe Gardner dreams of becoming a great jazz musician. Joe adorns this cupcake as an homage to jazz's cultural impact. With historic roots, jazz transformed the music industry and brought success to musicians such as Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, and Ella Fitzgerald. Let's give this a try. We'll cut into it here. I'm gonna take this Joe Gardner thing off the top because I need to get into it. These wrappers are always hard to get into. I don't even know if I can. I just gotta cut into it, I think. What is that? Oh, it's like hard on the inside there. That was pretty interesting. Oh, okay. Well, that whole thing came off. And then there's bananas Foster on the inside. All right, let's give this mess a try. I'm just gonna try it right off the knife. The bananas Foster filling almost tastes like fake bananas, which is strange to me. I'll try it with a little bit of the vanilla cake in there too. I mean, if you're a fan of, I would call it like fake banana flavor. It's like overly banana-y flavored. This would be for you. This isn't really for me. I think this is gonna end up giving me a headache. I wanna try this like chunk of icing that came off the top. So I've long said this, Disney makes cupcakes for photos. They don't really make them to eat. Like their cupcakes are not really that delicious. And I think that that's the case here too. I wish I had ended on that peach cobbler. That peach cobbler was where it's at. It's just okay. So far, this was our only miss today. That pizza was delicious. That sausage was delicious. The peach cobbler was delicious. This, it's okay. I probably wouldn't order this one again. All right, those were our treats for Celebrate Soulfully and that piece of pizza. Now we're headed back up to the front of the park. Before we head out of Dino Land, just across from Dino Bites, there's the American Crocodile. Usually they're not out like this. I know it doesn't look like an actual, like, it just looks like a piece of rock or something. But there it is, the American Crocodile. Hanging out, soaking up some of the sun. As we're making our way back onto Discovery Island, I just noticed this crane way off there. This is definitely something that's happening in Animal Kingdom right now. I wonder what they're doing. That's a big crane. So back over next to Flame Tree Barbecue, right across from where Viva Gaia is, we're heading into Discovery Trading Company on the way out. Pass through, see if we see anything interesting. A couple of interesting t-shirts in here. St. Patrick's Day at Walt Disney World, luckiest place on earth. And then I like this, established 1971, Orlando, Florida. And then Spring Break 2024, I like that they made it look like an airbrush shirt. The confusing t-shirt math of Walt Disney World, they're $29.99, or if you buy two of them, they're $25 a piece. So we ended up going through the entire store, exiting out at the Riverside Depot, Tree of Life at our back, headed out to the front entrance. So there you have it, that was our trip out to Animal Kingdom. What a great day. We got to have some delicious pizza. We got to try some delicious food for Celebrate Soulfully for Black History Month. And I really like that they gave like a description as to why they picked that particular food item or made that particular food item for Black History Month. I really enjoyed the story behind the peach cobbler. I also really enjoyed the taste of the peach cobbler. So all in all, it was a fantastic day. We had a lot of really good food, and I always enjoy being in Animal Kingdom. So all in all, it was a fantastic day. With that being said, we are off. We'll see y'all tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.